And welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Tom Basili. The saga of the Hunter Biden laptop has a new chapter. This time, a top Republican wants to take Twitter to task over the banning of the New York Post Hunter Biden laptop story. Look at this headline from the Daily Caller. There you go. Top oversight Republican demands Twitter preserve communications about Hunter Biden's laptop.
For more on this, let's welcome in that ranking member of the House Committee on Oversight and Reform and on the Committee of Education and Labor, Kentucky, Congressman James Comer. Sir, thank you for joining us today. What spurred you to try to hold Twitter's feet to the fire on this?
Well, one of the big priorities for the Republicans in January, hopefully when we retake the majority, will be to hold big tech accountable. For all that they did to suppress conservative media, to try to ban conservatives from social media. And what we would like to know is exactly what the communication was and all the correspondence was between Twitter executives to make that decision. That was a bold decision. There's no question that decision had an impact on people's votes in the presidential race, which was a very close presidential race. So if Twitter is going to continue to enjoy the liability protection from Section 230, then we need to know without a shadow of a doubt what their thought process was in making that major decision to ban the New York Post article.
Congressman, the head of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, said back in 2020 at a Senate Judiciary hearing that the ban was, quote, a mistake. Mistake to me suggests that it was isolated and inadvertent and something that they tried to correct right away. Do you buy that explanation, or was this an intentional effort to influence the election on the part of the corporation?
I don't buy it. I've seen too much from Twitter over the last 3 or 4 years that would lead me to believe they're the ultimate woke company that tries to do everything in their ability to censor conservatives. But I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. So all they have to do is show us the correspondence, the communication, the whole thought process behind this. I doubt that this was just one low-level employee sending an email to someone up the chain. Let's ban the New York Post from Twitter. Let's ban this article from Twitter. This had to be a pretty major decision right down the stretch in the presidential race. And this is a major media publication, the New York Post. So if they're innocent, they'll provide us the documents. If they continue to not work with Congress, not work with Republicans, then I don't think very many people are going to believe what Jack Dorsey's saying, and it's going to have an impact when we look at Section 230 in the next Congress.
Yeah, absolutely. Elon Musk now has his sights set on buying Twitter. Look at this headline from the USA Today. Elon Musk says he has $46.5 billion in financing to buy Twitter, but we know not everybody wants him to do that. What do you make of this possible takeover?
I think this is the best end to fixing the problem at Twitter. And I hope the same thing will happen with Facebook, because you can't legislate these things. As a conservative Republican, we want liability protection. We want less government, less rules and regulations. But the social media companies have been bad actors. The solution to the problem is a private sector solution. Have conservative people purchase the company. Have the users revolt, just like what's happening with CNN. Say, you know what, we're not going to pay for your streaming service. We're not going to watch your show because you're biased. The same thing needs to happen with the social media companies. But I am all for Elon Musk buying Twitter. Shame on the Twitter board of directors for trying to suppress his takeover. This is what the free market's all about. And I think at the end of the day, this is the best solution to reforming Twitter.
Yeah, I think a lot of people agree. It was definitely all over social media. People were saying, all right, come on, Elon Musk, help us out here. Thank you so much, Congressman James Comer. We appreciate it. And have a great weekend, sir.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.